Today I've got a heads up for you if you're going to be traveling to Europe soon about some strikes that are planned. We'll also be talking about what happens when the check-in instructions change for the cruise that you're going to be departing on. I've got some things for you to think about and be prepared for, so let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Tuesday. It is November 25th of 2025, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, today's the day. Will you please click on that subscribe button, and if you appreciate my updates, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so very much. So, if you are going to be traveling to Europe anytime in, this whole holiday season, as it gets busier and busier over there with people going to see Christmas markets, regular tourism, so much happening in Rome still with the Jubilee going. It's a really busy time to travel. So heads up, always look for any strikes that are planned during the time that you're there, because they have a way of striking for their trains, their buses, their airports. Just a whole lot of different things can happen, so keep your eye on it. The one that I want to let you know about today is on November 28th, so that's this coming up Friday. In Italy, there are planned strikes for major airports. Okay, so be prepared. They are saying especially the Milan and Rome airports, and so if you're flying in and out of there on that day, make sure that you're prepared, as well as keeping an eye, like I said, for any other strikes that come up. It's really interesting. They usually plan their strikes in advance. They usually announce like the time that those will go on and everything to do with it. So that's a really convenient thing. But heads up, November 28th, air travel in Italy is supposed to be a bit of a challenge. So if you happen to be there, then let me know how it looks. I have been in Italy before when the trains have been on strike, when the buses have been on strike, the buses and the trains have been on strike. I've not been there when the airlines are on strike. Okay. And to me, the buses and the trains are a little bit easier to work around because there's other transportation options, but yeah, a lot to think about with that. So go and be prepared. So the next item that I've got to tell you about is just a news story, but I think it carries so many things that we need to think of to have in our travel tool belt that I want to talk to you about it. So the December 7th sailing of the Norwegian Dawn is going to take place from Tampa. However, Norwegian has announced that rather than going to the cruise terminal to book in, they need all of the guests to go to the Hilton there in Tampa. That's something that I haven't seen before, so if any of you that have cruised a lot longer than I have seen an arrangement like this, let me know. But they want you to come to the Hilton between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. Those are the check-in hours that they have indicated. If you are going to get there way earlier, you can come and drop off your luggage with the Norwegian crew there at that place and then go sightseeing and just be to the ship by later. So that ship, first of all, is due to set sail at 9 p.m. They want everyone on the ship and at the port before 7 p.m. And so that's a nice time to remember that don't always just look at the sail away time for a ship and figure you got to be on a half an hour before, because often that's not the case. So make sure you familiarize yourself with that. In this instance, they want everybody there at the cruise terminal by 7 p.m. The other thing that's important to remember with this is a couple of things that Norwegian and Hilton are doing. So first of all, they are offering, you're going to have to purchase an extra purchase if you want to use it, but the Hilton there is offering that you can get a pass to use their pools, to have a room to use during the day if you want to do that. Usually those have a time that you check in by and then that you need to check out by, so make sure you pay attention to that. But it's a really great option if you're going to have a lot of time to kill there, so that, like I said, you can use the pool, have a hotel room, things like that. Another thing to remember is, of course, the Hilton has a restaurant, but right close by there are other restaurants. There are also other hotels if you want to take a look and see if they have the option to pay and use their pools and their hotel rooms. So a while ago, I did a video all about dayuse.com, and this is one of the things that I think you need to have in your travel tool belt, whether you're traveling or cruising, because dayuse.com, and there are other websites that do it, I just am most familiar with Dayuse and really like that one. You can go in and they will list the hotels in a certain location that you can just pay for day use. They'll say, you know, what, like I said, what time to check in, what time you need to check out by, and during that time you can use their pool, you can use the hotel room if you want to take a nap, if you want somewhere to shower and change after you use their pool, you've got a place to do that. And so take a look at the map and see what the other options are there and take a look. It's really a valuable thing to look at dayuse.com, because sometimes you have a really long time between when they're going to drop you off at the airport and your actual flight is. Lots of different things to think about. So put dayuse.com in your travel tool belt. The other thing that I want to make sure that everybody remembers with this is go into this being prepared. Sometimes when things like this happen, they get really delayed, very delayed. And so make sure that you have everything with you that you need. When you arrive there, you do your check-in, you give Norwegian your luggage. Make sure that you keep any medicine that you need, keep some snacks, some beverages, things like that that you want to particularly have as you wait for your time to get on the ship, whether you're waiting at the Hilton because things are taking longer, or you get out to the cruise terminal and anything is delayed. Make sure that you've got anything with you that you need, and always pack your patience, okay? So let me know in the comments if you happen to be booked on this cruise, if this has ever happened to you before as well, and who gets to go to Europe coming right up and is there during the holiday season. I'd love to hear from you, love to read your comments, and really appreciate you being here with me. Thank you so very much, and I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.